name is Ciaran, and I'm Ciarans Best Man. I drew the short straw tonight. We know each other since '99 when we met in college. I'd just like to start by thanking Brian for giving me the great honour of being his best man tonight on this very special occasion for himself and Lisa. Thanks very much, guys. I have to say from the start, I've not done a lot of public speaking in the past, so I'm a tad bit nervous standing up here tonight. But in fairness to Brian, he's been very supportive today, and he said if I do a good job, I'll be up here the next time as well. Thanks, Brian. I would like to say to Lisa that you look absolutely stunning coming up the aisle today. Wow. You really do look amazing. Brian, I don't know what you've done, but you're a very lucky guy. Lisa is a lovely person. She's very warm and friendly, and she has a great sense of humour, as you'd definitely need with marrying a man like Brian. Knowing Brian, how he likes to talk, she must be a great listener too. In college, Brian would not have been known for his contribution to team projects, so I'd like to congratulate Lisa on single-handedly organising this whole event. Seriously, Lisa, I know you had a lot of help from your friends and family, so I'd like to thank everyone who contributed to making this a spectacular evening. I'd like to compliment the bridesmaids who looked absolutely fabulous today. I would also like to thank them for getting Lisa to the church in a pretty reasonable time.
Earlier than your sister.
I'd like to congratulate both Brian and Lisa's parents for bringing them up to be the wonderful people that they are today. So, a few words about Brian, the man himself. We met on the first day of college in DCU back in '99. It's fair to say we got on like a house on fire from the start. You couldn't spend more than a few minutes in Brian's company before you'd either have a sore stomach or tears in your eyes from laughter. Whether you're in the canteen, the bar, a lecture, or a very important exam, he'd still be trying to make you laugh. Brian has a great sense of humour. He loves to talk and he's not one bit shy, and this made a very good icebreaker for us in college. The social life was great. We've had many a good night out. Brian is notorious for losing things. I have witnessed him losing at least 3 jumpers, 7 jackets, and 2 wallets. And I think a couple of those jackets were jerseys. On one particular night, we arrived back in Artane, in Brian's parents' house, only for him to discover that he lost his keys. But he saw an upstairs window open, so he came up with this brainwave. We walked a few minutes down the road, and he jumped over a friend's back wall, and he appeared with a 30-foot ladder. So the two of us carried it back up the road, hoping there'd be no guard in the area. We made it to the house. Brian climbed up the ladder very gracefully, into the window, grand. He was coming down the stairs, and I looked at the front door and I saw a set of keys in the lock. So I let myself in. It wasn't all fun and games in DCU. We had to study hard, and that's where we saw another side of Brian. We all knew he was a very smart guy. He had the aptitude to do a multiple of careers if he had wanted to. In particular, he was very good with money, particularly other people's. On nights out, he was spending €30 while the rest of us were spending 80. Jerry, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Well, it was during those college years that I got to know about the other passions in Brian's life. He was an excellent basketball player, he was big into the sailing, and he loved music. He loves belting out an Irish traditional song every now and then, maybe a bit of Dubliners or Luke Kelly, or if you're very lucky, Elton John. I also learned a lot about his other love, sorry Lisa, flying. Now, I'm not into airplanes or aviation at all, but that didn't stop Brian telling me about it. I remember being in his house. He was always on the flight simulator. It's a bit embarrassing. And there were model airplanes everywhere. There were Aer Lingus model airplanes, British Airways, American Airlines. Well, not a Ryanair 123. I have to let you explain that one. When I look back, I think Brian mainly went to college for the crack because he always knew he was going to go on and become a pilot. So I would like to congratulate Brian on getting to where he is today as a captain in Ryanair. Well done. The college years were great for me personally, and Brian was one of the main reasons for that. Lastly, I have to say I'm absolutely delighted for Brian to have met such a lovely girl like Lisa. I can see the great chemistry between them, and I know that they're meant to be together. I'd like to wish them all the best in the future together. Would you please all join me in standing as I'd like to pause.